We now go to the tech world where I'm joined by Juro Osawa. Juro, can you tell us more about what you've just found out about this new iPhone from Apple? It sounds like you've got some exclusive new details. The whole world always waits for Apple's new products, but what have you found out here with this one?
We've heard from our sources that the next iPhone will use a new technology that integrates touch sensors into LCD panels. And conventional LCD panels don't have touch sensors. So what you do is you have to glue a whole separate layer of touch screen on top of the LCD panel. But with this new technology, you no longer need that separate touch panel layer, so the whole screen can get thinner.
So we're going to see a sort of a slightly thinner screen. Now, I know we're getting a bit techie here, but talk us through the sort of landscape here of all these LCD makers and sort of what they're doing at the moment. It sounds fascinating developments.
Right. So this new technology shows that LCD panels are still evolving. But at the same time, apart from LCD, there's an emerging new display technology called organic light emitting diode, OLED. And Samsung is the biggest maker of OLED screens, and it's been pushing, OLED as the prominent feature for its own Galaxy smartphones. So the progress made by LCD, panel makers is really important for Apple if it tries to, differentiate its iPhone.
Sure. Well, I wanted to end on that. Tell us just a little bit more about what else we can expect from the new iPhone. I mean, it still seems to be doing fantastically well, but do we know any other new features or any other sizes of it?
Back in May, we actually reported also from our sources that the next iPhone will have a bigger screen compared to the current iPhone that's 3.5 inches. And the new iPhone, the people said that it will likely be 4 inches or possibly a bit larger.
Sure. And let me just ask, we're talking the iPhone here, but will this sort of have significant developments for the iPad or even any of Apple's competitors at all, this sort of screen technology?
This screen technology, so we've heard that this hasn't been used by many devices, this technology of integrating touch sensors into LCD, but they expect that possibly if more devices come out, this might be the next thing for LCD makers, but they still don't know yet because this is quite hard to produce and at good yield rates, so that mass production will be efficient. So they have to see how this goes, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Apple, obviously, in Asia, this is where it gets everything made, but is Apple and the iPhone still doing very well in Asia in terms of the seller, or is Samsung still the dominant? I just wanted to catch up with the latest on that.
Well, Apple and Samsung together, globally, Apple and Samsung together still dominate the smartphone market. They account for more than half of smartphones around the world. And for both of them, Asia is really the growing market, the engine for their growth. Especially China is really driving their growth for both of them.
Sure. Well, Juro Osawa, tech editor here for the Wall Street Journal, thank you so much for joining and bringing us the latest.